Life of boobie, right? I had a strange dream today, and I usually don't share the dreams, but this dream was it really stuck out. So I had a dream that everything was a regular day, and I kept skipping through memories of my life. It's like one day I'm with friends, one day I'm with family, and I keep shifting back in between memories in this dream. And I remember hearing a voice talking to me, and I can't make out exactly what it's saying, but it's like kind of comforting me in a sense. Like, this was your family, this was this was that. And then I remember the voice turning into a person that I really cannot put my finger on who it was. And this person has brought me to a room, right? Like an empty apartment. And in this apartment, it was a huge apartment, and it was empty. The walls were white. There was no furniture. And, I got my phone. I'm trying to make phone calls to people, and I can't make phone calls. It's like anybody I called would not answer, or I couldn't reach them, or it rang out. And then I remember like almost like a peace feeling. I was at peace. And then I remember just being in the bed with somebody, actually a girl that I'm actually talking to, which is strange, right? And then something said to ask her, did I die? Did I die? And she told me, she nodded, she had like a sad smile, and she said, 5 people took me away from this world. Then I asked her what happened to my daughter, and I woke up in the middle of the night. And I guess that dream was particularly strange to me, or I can understand where that dream came from, because my subconscious is always telling me there's always a possibility that, life is short. I've been through a lot of things in my lifetime. I've been shot at, I've been stabbed, I've been jumped, I've been shot. I've always had life and death experiences, so I've always lived my life. Even at work, I've always lived my life like it was my last. And that's why I'm always like, okay, progression, move forward, don't stay stagnant. Because I don't want to waste the time, because it's things like this that remind me that time is short. My biggest thing is wasting my time. I want to make sure that I get myself together for my daughter. I think with me, my thing is, I've stood over enough caskets to get the full grasp of sometimes you only have one chance. So I do appreciate life. That's why I'm always a positive person. I'm always optimistic. I'm always trying to do something. I'm always trying to move forward. I don't let things hinder me from moving forward. I give you an instance. I give you a feel how short life is. Right? Homeboy from work, his name was Ruben. Ruben was a cool guy, little on the heavier side. He liked to drink. I liked to drink at that time. I was younger. We were supposed to meet up at his house, throw a little party, bring some girls through, and then we were supposed to go to work the next day because we worked at the same job. He didn't come into work. He died. Right? Mixing painkillers with alcohol. Why? I don't know. Right? Stood over his casket. Another friend, high school. Actually, it was an enemy that turned into a friend. I fought him. This was the same guy I fought when I beat up the girl. He was one of the other kids that jumped me when I hit that girl for hitting me. And then we became good friends. And then casket, funeral. Another guy, shot in the chest. I've been to so many funerals that gave me the, oh shit, that can't be me. Because nobody expects their death. This dream only solidified what my subconscious has always told me. You don't have time. So time shouldn't be wasted. And then I found it strange because I think my daughter had a bad dream because she woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning crying, right? And that's unusual because she usually stays asleep. But it was a very strange dream. And I was literally living through all my memories of my life, from my early childhood all the way to my adult years, my adolescent years, and there was a voice just talking to me, like soothing me in a sense, preparing me for me realizing that I am no longer here. And then the girl that I woke up in front of, right, in this dream, she told me 5 guys took me out of this world. 5 guys. So that would lead me to imply that subconsciously I know if I were ever to die, it wouldn't be of my own doing, it would be protecting somebody. You know, because 5 guys, I wouldn't put myself in a situation to go look for these problems, but I'll be in a situation to fix these problems. Which, it makes sense. You know, my job could be dangerous. You know, people could be crazy. I'm a very protective person, especially when it comes to other people and whoever I'm with or my child. You know, so that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Kind of flattering. Well, it took 5 people to kill me. So at least I know I'm not gonna go out crazy. But subconsciously, there's always something that lingers in the back of my mind. And this is why I'm so adamant about, okay, I got my life insurance. I have a will. I have a trust. Right now, I have an LLC, which I'm putting all my assets under. So when I do die, right, my child will always have a legacy. It's called Ferrer's Legacy LLC. You can look it up, right? That is supposed to be the legacy if I do pass for whatever reason. It could be health. It could be whatever it is. But to let that legacy live on. Because I don't think that in this world we live for ourselves. I think in this world we live for others. We live for the ones that we care about. And the closest thing to me is my child. That's the closest thing to me. So, thoughts with boobie. Kind of strange.